All right guys, last week we did these sexy drunken cherries. This week I'm going to show you what to do with them. So we're going to make an unbelievable layered pav, or what also known as meringue. So it's going to be layered meringue with cream, it's got vanilla, it's got lemon. It's going to have these drenched all over the top of it. You're going to love it. I'm starving, so let's get to the kitchen and we'll see you very soon. Alright, so first step is 240 grams of egg whites. So straight into our mix master, which we've got set up. By not having any egg yolks in here, it's going to go into nice and fluffy and like a gorgeous sort of velvety meringue. So straight down, high speed. Alright, so you're basically putting all this air into the egg whites as you whisk it up. So, you know, you need to bring it to about soft peaks before you add your sugar, and that sort of creates a bit of stability in the egg whites. If you just add all your sugar in there, it's going to bash all the air out of your whites, and it's not going to be nice and fluffy and beautiful, and your meringue will be pretty much stiff and terrible. So this is where you want it to be at, so have a quick look. It's got a little bit of air in there. So what I like to do is just go a couple of spoonfuls at a time. If you don't add enough sugar, it'll all split and go horrible, and it'll go lumpy. And you add too much, again, the egg whites can't hold all that sugar in and it'll all leak out. So it's a fine line between too much sugar and not enough. So now it's stable and the egg whites and the sugar are together, you start to add it a little bit quicker. Okay, so all the sugar is in the egg whites. It looks pretty stable. We're going to whisk it to hard peaks, which is almost there, but you're going to know when it's ready when you can sort of get little fingers worth and you rub it between your fingers and you can't feel any sugar granules. So you want to make sure that sugar is completely dissolved through it. You can still see a little granular sugar there. We're going to add 1 vanilla bean. If you don't have vanilla bean, you can just use a little bit of vanilla extract. So you're just going to go a little bit of lemon rind. What we're going to do is we're going to bake it in discs, and then we're going to have 2 or 3 discs, and we're going to layer it with cream in the center, and then those gorgeous cherries that are oozing all over the top. So next step will be to bake it in the oven. So I've got my oven set to 100 degrees. So what I'll do is I'm going to bake it for about an hour and a half, 2 hours at 100, and I'm going to turn it down to 75 for another hour and a half. And the idea is that you want to dry it out so it's, you know, really nice and crisp and gorgeous. I've actually left my baking trays at the cafe. But what we can do, we can improvise. What Bondi Harvest can do is improvise. I've got non-stick pans here and that'll work just fine. So what you can do is, I mean, the idea is that you spray your tray with baking paper down, spray this, and you make it like, use it like a mould. But I'm going to do the same thing with my pans.
Is it going to work?
Yes, it will work. You're just going to spray the bottom of your pan, stop it from sticking, and then you're just going to spray the side of your cake tin. Pop that down. You don't believe me, do you?
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm going to just say right now.
So you're just going to push it to the corners, and then as simple as just twisting and popping it out. Oh, it works. And twist. 2 layers, pop them in there, and the idea is that you want to dry it out. You don't want any colour, so you want it to stay nice and white, beautiful and fresh and summery. So like I said, 100 degrees, an hour, maybe 2 hours, and then I'm going to turn it down and dry it out for another hour and a half, another 2 hours, depending on, you know, how it looks. All right, so meringues in the oven. Like I said, they're going to take a long time, couple of hours. So while that's happening, we will whip up our cream. That's going to whisk for about 5 minutes at the most. We're making thick cream, not butter. So we've made butter before. We're not taking it that far. So keep your eye on it. All right, so that's what you're after, firm peaks, not butter. So what we'll do is we're just going to whack this in a bowl, whack it in the fridge till our meringue's ready, and then we're going to layer it to make a sexy meringue for Christmas. Our meringue's been in there for about maybe 3.5 hours. I've turned the temperature down for an hour and a half, and it's pretty much ready to roll. So what we're going to do is we'll pull these fellas out. There we go. That's what you're after. Hell yeah, that's what we're after. Pop these over here. So that's the cream we did before. So it's going to go straight here. Which one do you think looks better for the top?
That one.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay. So cream going down. So just push it to the sides, make it a nice even spread. I've got some in my pantry. And you know how much I love coconut. Let's put some coconut through there as well. Lid on top. Bit more cream on top. It's gonna be so tasty. A few of these cherries. Once these cherries and cream go on, you sort of should eat it straight away. Otherwise all that juice is gonna soak into the pav. It's a bit more coconut on top. Look at that. You can't be disappointed with that. That's Christmas. That's summertime Australian Christmas in one big sandwich. All right, look, if you love this recipe, which I know you will, give it a try. Subscribe to our channel, find us on Facebook and Instagram. I can't stop looking at this. I really want to eat it. So have an awesome Christmas. Stay safe and we'll see you next week.